Once I asked one candidate to write a test cases for the login functionality. So he has written 10 to 12 test cases. After that, I have asked, can you cover more scenarios or can you come up with the more scenarios? So he has replied me simply, I need requirement to cover more test cases or more test ideas. So I thought, you are an exploratory tester, then why you need a requirement? Basically, if you go to the Google and if you search what is exploratory testing, then many blogs or many people are saying exploratory testing means whenever we don't have requirement, by that time we will go with the exploratory testing. So what if we have requirement, then we cannot perform the exploratory testing? Or what? So this all things we are going to discuss in this session after a small intro. Before that, don't forget to like and subscribe Fundu Testers.
Camera rolling, action.
So this is Nishant Gohel. Today we are going to discuss what is exploratory testing. Before we start, let's check what is the actual definition of the exploratory testing. So here this is the first definition which is given by the James Burke in 1995. As per the definition, it is saying exploratory testing means simultaneous test design, test execution and learning. Later on, after few years, Kem Kenner has come up with a new definition which is simultaneous test design, test execution and learning with an emphasis on learning. So basically exploratory testing means simultaneous test design, test execution and learning. What does it mean? So you can see here I have given the two definition, and one definition was from 1995 and another is in 2005. So you can see here exploratory testing is we can say not a type of the testing, it is actually a methodology. So day by day it is going to change, and many people has many thoughts on this methodology. So today we will break it down how we can perform the exploratory testing on the real-time application. So as per the definition, we can see here simultaneous test design and learning. So we have to do the testing as well as we have to learn. What we need to learn? As per the definition, we have to learn application, we have to learn the product, we have to understand how product work. So the thing is, without understanding the product, it is difficult to perform a testing. And to perform exploratory testing, we need a concrete understanding of the application or how application works internally and what are the functionality developer has implemented, what are the algorithms they have used. Without that, it is difficult to perform exploratory testing. So let's have a look few examples. You can see Facebook functionality. So I'm going to the profile page, and you can see in the profile page, I'm going to the my friend's profile page. So you can see mutual friend count. Along with the profile, it is showing somewhere around, let's say 100 mutual friends. So me and my friend has mutual friends, means I have common friends with my friend. So how we can test this functionality? Let's say we want to test, then we can say we have to go to the we have to log into the Facebook, and then we have to search friend, and basically we have to go to his profile, his or her profile, and then we have to check the count. But whatever data it is coming, let's say it is coming 100 or 80 or 70, how can we make sure that this data is correct? If we cannot say that this data is correct and we have performed the testing, then how we can say that whatever we have done, it is a concrete testing or deep testing? So how we can test that? For that, what we have to do? Basically, to test this, we have to get the friends of mine. So let's say I have 1,000 friends in my Facebook. So I have to make a list of all the friends. I have to store all the friends in a one list. Let's say I'm going to create one list and I am going to store 1,000 friends. I'm going to add a names of my friend. Later on, I have to go to my friend's profile, and let's say he is a 900 friend. He is a 900 friend. So what I have to do? I have to create another list, which is list 2. So now I have two lists. So now what we have to do? We have to just compare how many common names we are able to find. So for example, from out of this two lists, let's say we are able to find 100 number. So in that case, we can say 100 number is a correct, or we have correct mutual friend. But again think, is this correct? No, this is not correct. Why not correct? Because for example, in my friend list, there are many common names. So if we go to the India, there are Rahul, Ram, Ronak. these all are common names. So we can, let's say in my friend list there are 5 people has same name, which is a Rahul or Raj, and also I have here, he is also having a common name, which is a Rahul. So I cannot say this 5 Rahul and this 5 Rahul are same. Maybe there are many people with the name of the Rahul. So I can say this is the deep testing. No. So what I have to do? I have to think more. I have to think deeper and deeper to give a concrete result, and I have to make sure that whatever I am testing, because I am making test cases pass, that is not a problem. But if it is failing and then I have made as a pass, then it will be a big problem, right? So what I have to do? I have to go to one layer down, and basically if I go to the URL section, so along with the URL we can say www.facebook.com, and if I go to the any profile, so there will be profile ID. So for example, for this my friend, let's say profile ID is Nandish Gohel. So eventually for each and every profile has a different profile ID. If I go to the another profile, or out of this 5 Rahul, so there it will be a Rahul 1, Rahul 2. So like that I will get a unique value. Or there should be something in the database. I have to go through the database. I have to find what is the unique value between all these names. So I have to grab those unique value, and later on I have to add in a list 1 and list 2. Later on I will get the intersection of 2 lists, and whatever names I will get, that I can say if these 2 are matching, then I can, my test is passed, and I can confidently tell to my team manager or team member whatever I have performed, which is a concrete. Now my question here is, let's say if we have requirement, then this should have, we have to go to the profile page, we have to search any friend, and we will get mutual friend list. This we will get in a requirement, but still in requirement it has mentioned how we are going to test. In requirement, business team or management has defined how we can compare, we have to compare to list or not. So which means even though we have requirement, or even though we have limited document, then also we have to learn the application, we have to go deeper and deeper to get a concrete result. So I hope it is clear that if we are going to perform a deep testing or expertise testing or concrete testing, it doesn't matter we have requirement or we don't have requirement. If we have requirement, then also we cannot say whatever we have tested which is correct. But yes, requirement will have in some area. For example, I am going to a HDFC net banking application. So you can see here, basically we are going to test consumer ID or user ID, and this field we have to test. Now what I am going to do, I am going to right click and we have to go to the inspect element, and in inspect element I am going to inspect this field. So once I am going to inspect this field, we can see here this field has max length of 50 and size is 30, which means to test this field, this data we will get from the requirement. So whenever business team is going to write a requirement, by the time they are going to mention, for example, login field or this consumer ID field or any other field, that particular field should accept particular value, let's say 6 to 32, 8 to 26, like that. They can define in a list, and based on that later on we can check, or we have to go with the assumption. So there are two scenarios. If we have requirement, concrete requirement, and it has mentioned how many particular field can accept how much data range or everything, or alphanumerical value, numerical value, special character. So based on the requirement we can test that field, and still we have to go with the exploratory testing. So in this case, how we can perform the exploratory testing? For example, max length is 15 and size is 13. So basically we have to check in the UI, it is accepting size up to 30. What if we are going to add more value? Let's say this is my consumer ID field and it is going to accept size up to 13. So I am going to add 1, 2, 3 up to 13 character. So after that, so there can be two validation. One is a client validation and another is a server side validation. So in client side validation also there are multiple scenarios. So what happened? Let's say I am going to add a 14th character here. So my cursor will be blinking here, and if I am going to add the 14th character, then this field will throw an error. Enter, this field should accept a 13 character or enter valid data, something like it will throw an error. So this is the client side validation. Another validation will be this field will not allow me to add 14 character itself. It will stop from the 13. So once I have added the 13 character, later on I cannot enter the 14th character here. So these two are client side validation. Later on we have to check the server side validation. So once we are going to click on the enter button, here the enter button. So let's say I have ended 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and I'm clicking on the enter button. Later on I will get an error message. Consumer ID is not valid. Means it has my request is gone to the server, and from server I'm getting the response which is invalid. So I have to enter the valid data. Now what we have to test? First of all, we have to test the client side validation. Later on we have to bypass client side validation and we have to make sure that server also has the same validation, because this is what we have received in the requirement. So as per the requirement, validation should be the same from the server side as well as from the client side. So basically what I have to do, I have to cache this request, and using third party tool like Bubsuite or some other tool, I have to bypass the UI and I have to hit this same request. So let's say this is the get API or post API, I have to hit the same request, and instead of the 13th value in Bubsuite, I have to pass 15 or 18th value. This is the first way, and another way is I have to get the API and I have to hit API from the Postman or any other similar tool, and I have to make sure that this field in API also, it should accept this size 13 only. It should not accept more than that value. So this is how we can do the exploratory testing. Now there are many more scenarios. Whatever scenario we have discussed here, we have discussed two scenarios. One is a mutual friend. So that scenario, what we have to think, for mutual friend scenario, what will be the impact on a business? Let's say I am seeing 100 mutual friend and my friend or that data is not correct. Does it going to impact on a business? Or just I will get the happiness, wow, I have 200 mutual friends, or wow, I have 150 mutual friends. That's it, right? If it is showing the wrong data, it is not going to impact on a business. Here, what if this field is going to show in wrong data, or this field is not working? This is going to impact on a business. So we have to think that perspective as well. Whenever we are going to perform the deep test, we cannot cover A to Z functionality. We have to first focus on the business functionality. Let's take another example. I am going to a Flipkart and I am going to search here my favorite phone, which is iPhone 11. Let's say iPhone 11. So I have to buy iPhone 11. So what I am going to the buying page, and here I can see buy together and save up to 5%, or buy together. There are suggestion. It is showing a suggestion. Along with the suggestion, it is showing a charger adapter and tempered glass. So now what happens if someone is going to buy a product? Along with the product, it is showing a suggestion in that, for example, I am going to buy a phone. It should show a tempered glass or iPhone mobile cover or some other product related to whatever product I have searched, which means Flipkart or any e-commerce company indirectly doing the business. I am intended to buy a phone, but along with the phone I am buying some cheap product, let's say 400 or 500 rupees product. Out of the 1000 customers, let's say 100 customers are going to buy a tempered glass, which is cost around 200. So the 100 people is going to buy a product of 200, which means they are making 200 rupees profit, right? So we can say here we have to perform the deep testing or exploratory testing. If this functionality has some error, Flipkart or any e-commerce company will definitely going to lose the money. They are indirectly doing the business. So whenever we are going to perform an exploratory testing, we have to think as a business perspective, user perspective, and later on we have to think how we can test that functionality thoroughly or deeply. So I hope everything is clear, and as a homework you have to write how we can test suggestion. you have to go to the Flipkart or any e-commerce platform. You have to see the frequently bought together or suggested product, and you have to write test cases, and you can send me in a comment section or you can mail me. So I hope everything is clear, and if you have any doubt, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will be happy to answer. Thank you so much.